This is your morning brief for Tuesday, March 26th. We got two new reports out today, one on Barrck Gold and one on Brown-Forman, both because we're hearing some talk of slowdown, and these two stocks I think work fairly well in that scenario. Newmont sweetens the deal to acquire Goldcorp with special dividend. Okay, I gotta say this is a little bit unusual. I don't think I've ever seen someone sweeten a deal by a special dividend. So they say if the deal goes through, they will pay this special dividend to the Goldcorp shareholders. So it's about a $10 billion deal, and this dividend's only about $480 million. So it's less than 5% of the deal. It's an unusual structure, number one, and number two, it's only less than 5% of the deal. So I don't see why that's a big deal, but shareholders on both sides seem to think it's an okay thing. So we'll see if that goes through or not. I do think it's kind of interesting how, so let's get this straight. Barrick wanted to buy Newmont. Newmont wants to buy Goldcorp. Now Barrick and Newmont did a joint venture, and they're actually using that joint venture as the reason that they can pay the special dividend to Goldcorp. So everybody's in bed with everybody here. Maybe they should just put the three of them together. I don't know if regulators would go for that. That'd be a pretty big gold company. That'd be by far the biggest, because I think Newmont and Barrick are already the biggest, and Goldcorp is not too far behind. You put the three of them, that would be a juggernaut. Okay, Airbus beats out Boeing on a $35 billion deal with China. I think this move is more political than based on the quality of the planes or their needs or anything. I'm sure they need the planes, but I'm not sure they truly prefer Airbus over Boeing. I just think it's China saying to the U.S. a little bit of an FU, and going with the Airbus. It's hard to say. I don't know how long this has been in the works and what the analysis was or anything, but it certainly seems political given the trade wars. But I don't know that for sure. Huawei won't waste resources trying to convince the U.S. to allow their participation in 5G. So the U.S. is taking a stance and saying we think Huawei's security is no good. We're not allowing it. It's too much of a national security problem. And I'm not so sure about this one either, if that's true or not. Other countries are ignoring this U.S. plea to ban Huawei, and Huawei claims this is just political. There's absolutely nothing wrong with their systems. Their security is just as good as anybody else, and it's just a political reason. I can't argue against that. It's probably true, but I don't know. Again, I don't know these for sure. The futures are up, indicating the two-day market slide will end, so that's good. I do think we're still kind of, the markets went up so fast, down fast, up fast. I do think volatility is here to stay, but it's nice that we're getting a bit of a reprieve here. Over the last 2 days have been pretty tough, and but we are starting to, I did a report on Barrick and Brown-Forman, as I mentioned at the top here. And those are starting to be some names I'm going to look into more, a little bit more conservative, a little bit more steady. I do think it's possible we do have a slowdown. I'm only saying possible right now. I'm not sounding the alarm by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm going to start to look a little more seriously at that scenario. Okay, so that's your morning brief for Tuesday, March 26th. Let's go find some gems.